Okay, so we're going to talk about conditional statements. And a conditional statement is an if-then statement with a truth value. Okay, so now a conditional statement has different parts to it. First part is what's called a hypothesis. Hypothesis is just the first part. Of the conditional after if, but before then. So if we look at our statement, if it rains outside, then it is dark. The hypothesis is this part here, it rains outside. So we'll just put that in quotation marks here. It rains outside. Then the conclusion is just like it sounds. It's the end of the conditional statement. It concludes the statement. So it's the end after then. So in this case, it would be it is dark. Now, when you have this, you have different types of possibilities we can do with this conditional statement. The first is a converse, and the converse is basically the reverse of the conditional. So essentially it becomes if conclusion then hypothesis. So basically we already said that the conclusion was it is dark. The hypothesis was it rains outside. We can put quotation marks around there if we want to. But the converse of this then becomes if it is dark, then it rains outside. So the converse is just flipping it around. Inverse is the opposite. Connotation. So essentially we're going to reverse based on the connotation of what it says. So if it's positive, it becomes negative. If it's negative, it becomes positive. So what we're going to do is this. We have the hypothesis is it rains outside. So we're basically going to reverse that and say it does not rain outside. And the conclusion is it is dark. So we're going to reverse that and say it is not dark. So our inverse says if it does not rain, then it isn't dark outside. Finally, we have what's called the Contra Positive, which is both the inverse and converse together. So basically, you make it negative and you flip it. The opposite connotation, you flip it. So it basically becomes if it isn't dark outside, then it does not rain. Okay, and so there's your different forms: converse, inverse, contrapositive. Alright, let's take a look at it one more time. So we got all of those different forms right there. So let's see, I've got if two numbers are even, then their sum is even. The hypothesis would be two numbers are even. Conclusion would then be their sum is even. The converse would then be if, because you always put if first, it doesn't change just because you're reversing it. If their sum is even, then the two numbers are even. Inverse would be just the opposite connotation. So if two numbers are not even, then their sum is not even. Okay? And finally, the contra positive, if you do both, if their sum is not even, then the two numbers are not even. Okay. So let's look at that one more time just for practice purposes. Then we're going to introduce one other thing real fast. So we're going to look at what's called the biconditional. But first we're going to run through all those things again. Again, if a shape has 5 sides, then it's a pentagon. A shape has 5 sides is the hypothesis. It's the part in between if and then. It's a pentagon is the conclusion. The converse would be the reverse. So if it's a pentagon, then a shape has 5 sides. Inverse, if a shape does not have 5 sides, then it is not a pentagon. Why do I feel that one's longer? I don't know. Contra positive, flip it around. If it is not a pentagon, then it does not have 5 sides. Okay, so the whole big thing about a conditional statement is they can have a truth value. So either they're universally true or they're false. If we look, and if we get down to this thing called a biconditional, you can form a biconditional when both the the converse and conditional are true. So When I look at the original conditional, if a shape has 5 sides, it's a pentagon. I don't know of any shapes that have 5 sides that are not pentagons, so that's always true. The converse, if it's a pentagon, then a shape has 5 sides. I don't know of any pentagons that aren't 5-sided, so that's always true. So what we do is we get rid of the if and then. And then what we put into is if and only if. So a shape has 5 sides if and only if it's a pentagon. And that's it.